Alright, we're back. Let's try continuing again. So yes, my apologies, the game did crash. Episode 5 appears to be a little buggy. You did? That's good. So I think we're going to have to start this episode from the beginning. We're not going to hang around for a lot of the dialogue since we've already gone through it. We're just going to try to collect the items and move on. And I guess I'm going to have to fight a bit more to avoid... Oh, we start here! Heck yeah! Now, if we start here, do we also have... Wow! We start right from the last checkpoint. We don't have to start the whole episode all over again. That is awesome. So yeah, I am going to, if it gets to the point where she can't kill them all, I'll start firing my handgun bullets, because I do have a box of 12 handgun bullets right there, so I can essentially help her for free. But I'm going to try to stay out of this area so the game doesn't crash. Maybe the game doesn't really want you to go back here, because that light stays on up there, and it's pretty bright, so you could potentially run all the way back here, and then run up the stairs, and just hang out, and the enemies won't be able to, like, touch you. So... And she'll basically just have to do all the work. But if at all possible, you always want to let her take point, and do as much of the work as possible. So again, you have... if you want to try to be frugal with your ammo, you always want to try to use your handgun before you use your shotgun. You want to save your shotgun for the bigger baddies. She has a shotgun by default, so that's much stronger than your Magnum. And she has infinite ammo. And she also has a flashlight, so she can help wear down the darkness that's impeding you from killing the enemies. So assist her with your flashlight as much as possible. Try to stick close to her as much as possible. And just try to let her do as much of the work as possible. There you go. There's one. There's two. Ooh, that was close. Oh! Uh-oh. You know what? We'll add a flare. Get him, Sheriff. Get him. Boom. Alright. Now all we have to do is just let her kill them all. And if he tries to throw something at us, you can always focus our flashlight briefly to stagger the enemy. There we go. Alright, we didn't have to fire a single shot. We did have to use up a road flare, but that's not too bad. And the only reason I used a road flare is because I'm scared of the game freezing again. So let's continue. I'm going to use my flashlight to kill this this van. It's not going to come after me, but I can bump into it, and if I do bump into it, I will take damage. So to avoid that, we're just going to get rid of it. There we go. Alright, let's advance a bit. And yeah, Spiker said you heard magic classes were OP. Yeah, it seems like magic classes are kind of OP. Like, Demon Souls seems to be based around the philosophy of learning monster patterns and then overcoming those patterns with counterattacks and by dodging at precise moments and waiting for openings to attack on your own.
Look out!
Ah, ran over your own people. Whoa! I didn't even see him. Road flare. Get him, Sheriff, get him. Got one. Uh-oh. Ooh, well done, Sheriff. Oh, I wasted a bullet there. I wasted a bullet. When he roars like that... Oh, that was nice. Seriously? That's because he's so far away. Ah! Get him, Sheriff, get him! There you go. Reload. That should be all the enemies for a bit. We're going to try to backtrack here and get these bullets. Had to use up another road flare. We're back at full handgun ammo. We had to use up a single battery. But yeah, the Souls series seems to be based around the concept of learning monster patterns and overcoming them by tight dodging and attacking when you have the opportunity to, which is very, very similar to Monster Hunter. In fact, and this is a controversial statement, I would say that Dark Souls basically just copied Monster Hunter. It's just a darker, gothic version of Monster Hunter. That's really all it is. So if you've played Monster Hunter, you've already played, like, the Souls games. They are different. Some of the enemies do move much, much faster than they do in Monster Hunter, but the concept is the same. But you don't really have to dodge if you're using a long to mid-range weapon. So, now, she wants to go that way. We're not going to do that. Instead, there's an arrow here pointing that way. So that's where we're going to go. Wait, what does that say? What does the yellow poster say? In concert? I never saw that before. There are no enemies this way at all. There is a chest.
The chopper's in the other direction.
I'm coming, hold on. There is a chest of hidden items over here. Yeah, someone did drive that vehicle. I feel like they just started it, drove it, and then jumped out because there's no one actually in the vehicle. Oh, but yeah, back to what I was saying about magic. Yeah, you don't really have to do much dodging if you're a ranged attacker. So, you know, yeah, you have to monitor your mana, you know, but it seems to be a much easier experience. All right, we have flare gun ammo, a flare gun, more flare gun ammo, more flare gun ammo, and that's it. So we got a flare gun with 4 shots by coming over here, which is awesome because the flare gun is the strongest gun in the entire game. Now we can walk back. You do have to be a little careful with the boards. If you're not careful, you might walk off the edge of one of these things and splash in the water, in which case you'll die, and then you'll have to start all over again, or at least from the last checkpoint, which would be annoying. Now we can continue up the street. Spiker says, whenever I play an MMO or a fantasy RPG, my first class is always wizard or spellcaster. Mine usually is too. There are just certain things I value about a character class, and it seems like the wizard is sort of embodies all the traits I'm really looking for. And I really discovered that in EverQuest, which was a great game that I totally fell in love with. I want a character that deals really high damage. I want a character that can do really high ranged damage. And I want a character who's quick. Not quick as in can run quick, though that would be nice too, but quick as in he can teleport great distances. And in EverQuest, that was the wizard. He's basically your glass cannon. So he can hit hard from afar with spells. He can go invisible, so he can run through dangerous places without being seen. And he had various teleportation spells to take him to places all over the planet. So, for me, the wizard was really where it's at. And now I always play wizard in different games. Now, again, she wants us to keep following her down further to that building right there. And when we do that, there's at least going to be one enemy that spawns and tries to kill us. We're going to let her take that guy, and we're going to ignore that altogether. What we're going to do is we're going to go this way, to fresh seafood, fish, and shrimp. Now, as we go this way, she's going to ignore us completely, and she's going to go that way. Why? I don't know, but she is. So, and then you're going to see that as she goes that way, an enemy's going to spawn.
This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
See, there he is. We can't flashlight him through the gate, though. Now, while she's doing that, I think I'm going to try and trigger these guys. Oh, nope, she already killed him. That was the only one guy that would try to kill you between here and there. Now, the bad thing is, look at that. Look how far away she runs from us. She, like, totally abandons us. And she runs all the way over there, and she stands at the gate, and she won't go through the gate until we're with her. The bad thing is, though, we're going to get jumped right here. And as soon as we do, she's going to start running back. But it's going to take her a while to get from there all the way back. Why she doesn't stick with us, I don't know. But there is another chest over here with items. And I tend to think it's worth it to get the items. I think I'm going to use up a flare gun shot here. Spiker says, you like burning things and using the elements. That's fun too. Alright. We should see something roll, and then people are going to jump down and kill us. There we go. Reload gun. Switch back to Magnum. Was that everyone? Because there's like at least 4 that come out. Like she didn't get the chance to come back over here. I've never used up a flare gun shot like that before. Not for here. So I'm still curious about... Look at that. It's moving on its own. Is that not creepy? That's creepy. It's probably a bug. Could be a bug. Could just be doing that to mess with you. I don't put anything past this game in terms of just doing things for the sheer point of trying to creep you out. Okay, that was all of them. So we lost a flare gun shot, but it was a free flare gun shot because we found that in a chest. Look at that. She didn't get very far at all. She got from the gate right there and then stopped. Oh, come on. And get up here. And what goodies have we here? More batteries. Nice. We're at max batteries again. Oh, flare gun. Nice. We have the flare we just used returned to us. Another flare. Another flare. Nice. We're up to 6 flare gun shots now. Also, and I've seen people mess up with this in Alan Wake, whenever you open a chest and loot it, pan the camera so that you're looking down into the chest to make sure you collected all the items. I've seen people have a camera view like this. They open the chest, they press it like once or twice, and they turn on, and then they just like turn their character around and run away and continue on with their adventure. And it's like, no. Sometimes, depending on how your character is facing, maybe he'll target 2 items on this side of the chest, but there might be items on this side of the chest, and they'll never be targeted. And so unless you pan the camera down and really look inside here, you're going to miss stuff. And that's a shame, because some of these chests are hard to get to. So always make sure to pan your camera down and look inside the chest. But alright, we're starting to bulk up on stuff. That's good. There's 2 more places we can go for items before we go that way, which is where, again, she wants us to go. Now, when we come over here, I mean, you can go back the way you came, but the pallets are stacked in a certain way so that you don't have to do that. You can just walk around. I really would have liked to explore this area in the daytime when it was peaceful. I feel kind of bad about that. Like, I understand this is a horror game, but to me it feels like the town of Bright Falls is so alive that I would love to have just, like, walk near, even if I couldn't talk to the people, just to walk next to the people and hear them converse with whatever they're saying, or explore more of these buildings, even if you couldn't collect gear from it, just to kind of look around and see how the people of this town just live. I think that would be really, really cool, but you can't do that. So you're probably not going to be able to do that in... Oh, no!